Hello everyone, welcome to AdiTrade. Today we're going to be seeing the Nifty and Banknifty levels for 17th October, Monday. This is the 15-minute chart of Banknifty that I have. Before we see the Banknifty levels for Monday, let's just see what happened in the global market. See, on Thursday, US had a pretty good up move, probably a nice short covering came, we went up. And Friday we were back again down 300 points. So let's just look at the Dow Jones chart. See, if you look at the daily chart of Dow Jones, see, a lot of people would have gone with heavy short positions before the inflation data that came in. It came negative. They got a 500-point gap down and probably short covering kicked in. Short covering is when a lot of people have shorted, right? And when they're in profit, when they start booking the profit, some kind of a short covering move came. Why this is a good short covering move is, see, there was no follow-up on Friday. Friday again there was a pretty big selling. In the Dow Jones chart, we could not break out the previous high, that is around 30,400, and we're back down. Now Monday, how we open? We will open in a gap down for sure. This is putting us in a 165-point gap down. We'll have to wait and see if this sustains on Monday, or is it more or less, or a gap up. We'll not know until the SGX Nifty opens on Monday. But as of now, it looks like we're getting a gap down. Right? So with this process of getting a gap down, we'll just look at few levels where we can trade our Nifty and Bank Nifty. See, Bank Nifty, after getting this huge gap up on Friday, right, could not sustain the gap up. Some kind of a selling came from 39,600. To be exact, it's around 39,570. Now, as of now, the market structure on the daily chart, we have kind of made this double top over here, and we have got a rejection. So we'll have to see whether we'll get a follow-up of a red candle or not. But the market looks like it is still bearish, and according to me, it looks like the market is. We could get a bigger down move probably next week or so, and the market can be termed as bullish only when we break out of this level now. See, this was a nice consolidation. Okay, we got a gap up but did not sustain. There was a previous resistance here. Again, we have taken the resistance, same place. So unless we break out of 39,600, right? Unless we break out of this level, whenever it happens, next week, this week or Monday, we will continue to look for short trades, and our view will be on the downside. Obviously, even if our view is bearish on intraday basis, if we get a nice up move, we can trade it. There's no harm in that. So we'll just see those levels. This is the 15-minute chart of Bank Nifty. Now, along with this 165-point gap down, right, probably our Bank Nifty will open about 400 or 350, 500-point gap down. I'm expecting a gap down somewhere close to this level, that is 38,800. Right. So when we get a gap down here, probably the best plan is see how a candle forms here. If there's a nice, like a wick type of a candle in the first 5 minutes or so, probably we can think of buying if there's a strong buying for some pullback. It's not, we are not going to buy at this level because there is some support over here. This level can act as a support, 38,800. So we will buy only for a short target. We'll also make use of the CPR for the target. Now if I put tomorrow CPR, see, we are opening over here. Now in case we go up, there's a good chance we might come even until this previous day low to retest this, right? So if we can get this nice move on the upside, why not take it? And the places where we will look for a short is here. In case we get a nice pullback on the upside, let me just clear all this. In case we get a nice pullback on the upside, we will look to take a short for an intraday basis over here, somewhere around close to 39,100. In case we get a gap down, and we need R3 to see where is R3. Okay, R3 is there. Okay, this is R1, R2, R3. In case we get a gap down and a sell-off, we will not, in the opening itself, we get a sell-off, then definitely we're not going to take a trade. Wait for a pullback either at this level, 38,900 at S2, or this level of 39,000, around 39,200 or 39,100, and then see if we can get a nice short position. and in case we break this level and come down, that is, see, this level is a very good support, that is 38,600. Even if we get a nice bearish move, right, and if we come closer to 38,600 tomorrow, this is a place where we can book some profit, because a lot of times we have taken support here, so this level won't break easy. We, even on Thursday when we had this down move, we kind of took support at 38,500 and 600. So this level is where again we can see some kind of a small bond, that is 38,600. But if this level breaks, yeah, then the next target is 38,200 and 38,000 itself. And as shown on the daily chart, we can consider the market to be again bullish, probably see some nice impulsive move, that is if this double top breaks on the upper side. Not expecting it to happen on Monday, but if it does, well and good. Now apart from these price action levels, right, the CPI levels also can act pretty beautifully, especially after getting a gap down. Now say you get a gap down closer to S2, the support to the green line that is there, and we get a nice type of a strong buying candle, we can go along with the CPR level itself as a stop loss, with targets as the previous day low and CPR. See, we do have a narrow CPR tomorrow. Narrow CPR always indicates one thing, that at least 80% of the time we will have a trending move, either on the upside or downside. A trending move is something like what came on Thursday. Majority of the day the market will trade in one side, and not like what happened on Friday. This was a pretty sideways market. There was nothing much. There was only a scalping trades, because we opened here, came down, went up, again came down. So because of this narrow CPR, we can expect a little bit of a trending move on Monday, and a lot depends even on the global markets. We'll have to track that as well. See, more than Banknifty, Nifty had a bigger slip on Friday. This is the Nifty 15-minute chart. See, Banknifty looked pretty sideways, right, when we see the 15-minute chart, but in Nifty, we made this high of 17,320 and then had a nice fall. This fall was very good for option buying trading. So in Nifty, the next level of support on the downside is here, that is 1733, and if this breaks, probably the next support is again at 16,950 and 16,780. Before that, we do have this level where we can possibly take some kind of intraday support at 16,870. If we are getting a 165 gap down in Nifty, .165 point from today's close will exactly put us somewhere in this region at about 17,000. So we'll have to see if 17,000 holds on Monday, or we're going to come down and break this level of 16,000, this previous low, because we have taken support here. If this, see, we have it's quite natural, right? It's there on the chart. This level is held 3 times. If this breaks, then the next support is 16,870 and 16,780. So this is our plan for the Nifty and Bank Nifty. See, when I say look for a short position when there's a nice bearish candle, like example over here, it looked like we're going to break out. Okay, even if we had entered, right, even if we had entered at least in the second candle, we should have taken stop loss, because there's no follow-up candle for this breakout. But once this kind of this red candle started forming, right, on the 15-minute chart, there was a beautiful bearish divergence, that is price making a higher high and indicator making a lower low. This itself showed that this breakout or this high point is not going to sustain, and this is one of the things that adds to your like decision making, right, the bearish divergence based on the indicators, and we end up getting a nice fall. So always at a high point or a low point before entering, see if we get a divergence on a 15-minute, right, either at the bottom or top, that is a pretty strong signal compared to 1 minute and 5 minute. 1 minute we can use it for trading, but when you try to decide a trend for the day, It should always be done on a 15-minute chart. That really helps. So these are the levels that we'll be using in Nifty and Bank Nifty for tomorrow, Monday. Hope we can make some money, and thank you for watching.